Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to my channel. Take two. Take two on DutyRon chat. I don't know what went wrong last time, but it seemed like it was just, I don't know what was going on. Just wasn't, it wasn't, I'm not sure if I was live. I think I was, but I'm not 100%. So, this, sometimes sometimes Streamlabs kind of acts up a little bit. But welcome in. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. It is around 11:30, 11:40 actually here in New York City, 11:30. And just having a little bit of morning coffee. I've got Popeye here with me. I got the African Gray here with me, guys. So Popeye's hanging out. We'll put him on cam in a minute. We'll put him on in a couple of minutes. Yes, Kim. Just seeing that the FBI is going to pull charges against Smollett. Yes. So what's happening here is the president has issued. Why am I not seeing anything here? For some reason on my end, the chat is slow. Hello, Butch. Good morning. Welcome in. Good to see you. For some reason my chat is slow, and on my secondary device it's just a black screen, which is weird. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, okay, there I am. I see it. I see me now. Yeah, so I think President Trump ordered the Department of Justice, the DOJ, to look into this and bring the federal charges, perhaps, if there are any, which I think there are, with if it could be proven that he sent that letter to himself, which I'm pretty sure it can. Postal Service is pretty good. The postal inspectors are pretty good at being able to track that kind of stuff. So let me just make a little bit of a post so people can see. Hold on a second. I don't understand why they can't do that hate crime, because he used too much money in the system to let him go. Listen, so I was confused too in the beginning, but basically, guys, he was not exonerated. The charges weren't dropped. There was a plea deal that was made behind the scenes with the attorney for Jussie Smollett and the prosecutor. The prosecutor under the law, good morning, Linda, good to see you. The prosecutor under the law was afforded that option. They didn't do anything that was wrong, but what they did do is offer a easy slap on the wrist plea deal that shouldn't have been afforded to this person, whether he was an actor, famous, had connections to Michelle Obama and the Obama family. Now, that's what makes it really stink politically, is that because of his political connections, and not just because he was rich and famous, because he's really not that rich, but he is famous in the acting field. But due to the fact that Michelle Obama's chief of staff Michelle Obama's chief of staff reached out to the prosecutor and asked the prosecutor to have the FBI look into it. That's what makes it kind of stink, if you will. That's what makes it really seem not fair. You know what I mean? I don't think it's 100% about money, because $10,000 is not a large amount of money, and the prosecutor's office, you know, this was part of restitution, voluntary restitution. You know, the big picture here is that if you or I, if a regular civilian, like if me or you, Kim, or Linda, did this same type of criminal activity, we would be in jail and we'd be charged to the fullest extent of the law. That's not what happened here. We, you know, we saw this guy basically walk away. And I said in very weeks past in my broadcast that I thought that this guy, they would throw the book at him to make an example out of him because he's a public figure, he's an actor. You know, kids and young aspiring actors may look up to him. He's in the gay and lesbian, you know, the LGBT community. He was an advocate. So, you know, this guy is somebody who's in the public eye trying to be an advocate for human rights. And he just, you know, for him to do something like this is just a disgrace. It's a travesty of justice. Yeah. For him, Michelle Obama, Linda, her staff, her chief of staff, because the first lady, I think for a period of time, I don't know what the exact period of time is, they're afforded still to have chief of staff, and they still have government staff. They get Secret Service for the rest of their life. They're still afforded a lot of perks. So she still has a chief of staff and people that run her camp. And she had her chief of staff reach out to the prosecutor, to Kim Cook, and say, hey, I want the FBI, I can't promise you anything, but I want the FBI to look into this because we don't think Jussie's getting a fair shake. That's before the whole fake thing came out, when it was still a travesty of justice and everybody was tweeting, and all the 2020 elected hopefuls for presidency were Cory Booker, and all of them were tweeting, oh, this is, oh my God, this is terrible, blah, 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 blah. This was all before it came out that it was a hoax and that he planned this whole thing. They were all trying to reach out to get the feds involved. But once everybody saw that it was a hoax and a lie, those people just scattered and nobody heard anything from them. They just didn't say anything about it, you know? So, absolutely. I mean, if anybody has any morals, they should not be happy with those actions, you know? If anything, Michelle Obama's people, the chief of staff that reached out, should have made a statement or should have said, you know, hey, I'm just like Kim Fox recused herself from the case. The reason she recused herself is because of what happened with Michelle Obama's chief of staff reaching out to her. She didn't just recuse herself just because. She was fully involved with trying to help the family of the Smollett family. And that's where things go wrong, you know? That's where things go wrong. So, you know, there's well-documented stuff in the news. So let me show you guys President Trump's tweet. I'll show you this quick so you guys can see it. Here's the tweet this morning. We all know he tweets a lot. So this is actually not what I wanted to show you. Hold on a second. So here is his tweet this morning about it. Oh God, this guy tweets so much. Where is this? Oh wait, I went too far. Here we go. This is his tweet. This is what I wanted to show you right here. It's from 5 hours ago. It says FBI and DOJ to review the outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It is an embarrassment to our nation. That's the tweet from Donald Trump. FBI and Department of Justice, the DOJ, to review outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It's an embarrassment to our nation. So, the highest authority the highest authority in our land, ordered the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate. So, um, so at the end of the day, um, Michelle Obama herself didn't do this, but her people, she had to have approved it. Her staffers, her chief of staff, they do not do anything without asking her permission. So they had to go to her first and say, is it okay we do this? And she had to give the okay. So, hello Maureen, good to see you. Good morning, good morning. Guys, please, if you don't mind, give me a thumbs up. If you hit the X at the top of the right of the live chat, it opens up the thumbs up and thumbs down section. Please, if you don't mind going, give the video a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. Nobody has done that yet. I'm gonna, okay, one person has done it. So if you guys don't mind, if you could do me that favor, I greatly appreciate that. Let me see about this. Thank you so much. So, you know, there's a lot of crap going on with this. This is just it's okay, Mrs. D. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for joining. So, there's a lot of craziness going on here in regards to this. There's a lot of craziness going on, and I'm gonna look at the latest news that we have here. The latest news. 53 minutes ago, Jussie Smollett's lawyers suggest Osendero brothers wore white makeup. Oh, come on. Really, guys? Are you freaking kidding me? So I'm just looking at the current, I'm just looking at current news. The blessing in this is Michelle is being exposed, says Marie Quillette. I mean, you know, she, like I said, guys, I don't have, prior to this, I didn't have anything nice or bad to say about her. I was just in the middle. You know, I thought that she, you know, was a decent first lady, and she did show some biases, you know, in my eyes, but I don't speak about that. I just keep that to myself. Good morning, Christine 64. That was a very good year, 64, Christina. So thank you, Linda. Thanks for the like. You know, I felt that she was, you know, partial to the African American community, and she was blatantly open about it. But I still thought that she held herself in a respectful way, and you know, I feel the same way in regards to the respect issue for our current First Lady and all former First Ladies. I got nothing but respect for the highest office in this land. I think that all former First Ladies in my lifetime, I respected all of them. You know, they held themselves eloquently, I think, and did great jobs. But you know, each one had their faults because they're human beings. Nobody's perfect. But Michelle, I felt was, you know, very partial to a particular sect. But it didn't bother me. It didn't affect it didn't affect my life, you know. It didn't affect my life. So let's see what NBC Chicago says about this case 4 hours ago. Let's see what they say about this. I'm just going to take a peek at it live. Jussie Smollett update. FBI and DOJ to review case, Trump says. So let's see let's see what happens here.
How did you survive hiding in an attic from the Nazis?
Life in hiding was full of fear, hunger,
Yikes.
cold. But through it all,
This whole case is showing the decline of
that
accountability and responsibility. Your actions. I agree, Maureen. I agree. It's a lot of hogwash.
Alex, the president appears to be like
hogwash. So let's hear what the Channel 4 in Chicago has to say. Let's see what this is. Just I haven't listened to this yet. So let's hear what they have to say. This is only a minute and 32.
Like many people who were stunned by the charges being dropped. Take a look. He just tweeted this 20 minutes ago, quote, FBI and DOJ to review the outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It is an embarrassment to our nation. Now, it's unclear if an investigation is now underway or if the president just wants one to begin. Meanwhile, though, some of Jussie Smollett's Empire co-stars and the writers, they feel differently. They're supporting the actor. One writer tweeting, quote, "We love you, Jussie. Thank you for always standing in your truth." But there are still so many people, including Chicago's mayor and the police superintendent, who were dumbfounded by the prosecution's decision to drop the charges. That includes the former attorney for the two brothers who told police that Smollett paid them to stage the fake hate crime.
This doesn't sit right. How does the legal system do this? How do you put the nation and the city of Chicago through all this turmoil to get to a place where you're just dismissing all 16 counts without anything?
And remember this threatening letter that Smollett is accused of sending to himself before the hate crime, the staged one? Well, the FBI was investigating that, and NBC News has learned that case may be unraveling for a different but undisclosed reason. But now, this new tweet from President Trump calling for the FBI and the DOJ to get involved. We will continue to bring you updates throughout the morning. Back to you, Alex.
All right, Lauren, thank you. Hey, guys, I'm Bill Rancic.
So there you have it, guys. The Department of Justice and the FBI are now getting involved and going to look into the letter that he mailed to himself. And I feel that if they look into that with a fine-tooth comb, that they're going to find chargeable federal charges against him. So him and his attorney are probably ready for that. They're already probably trying to do damage control. But, you know, I also agree, Mrs. D, with your statement. I commend the president for stepping in and showing his outrage. And his statements is this is an embarrassment to the justice system. So if I didn't pay a car ticket, I'd be put in jail. Exactly. You know? Hello, Naboul. Good to see you. Thank you for joining from France. Naboul did a great upload this morning, a couple of them, from the subways in New York City. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Naboul, go check out his channel. He's uploaded some great stuff. Can they override Michelle? Nobody can override her and on her staff. I know this for a fact. All of the chiefs of staff cannot make a move without her approving it. And that's how it goes for anybody. Do you believe Chanel Lewis DNA could have been planted? Abso-freaking-lutely not. Jarvis, if you believe that, I would tell you I respectfully disagree with you. I wouldn't ban you from my channel, but that would be up to you to think that that was true. If you think that that's true, in my eyes, I think that that's sad. But abso-100,000% no. 100,000%. Let me show you, I have a special guest here today, guys. We have a special guest here today. So let me show you my special guest. There's my special guest, Popeye. Hello. Come. We have a special guest today, guys, and his name is Popeye. He is here, and he is hanging out. Come on. Popeye is in the building. Popeye the Sailor Man is here. So that's our special guest for the morning. You want to say hello to Linda and all the pretty ladies out there? You want to say hello to Stinky Naboul and his cheese from France? Popeye? Yeah, he's 31 years old. Popeye thinks, Carrie, that the whole thing stinks. He thinks it's a bunch of hogwash too. Popeye is, he says the whole thing smells something awful. So Popeye is in agreement with the majority of the American people. He's not shy. He just was very comfortable, and he didn't want to come off of the. That's his perch. That's his perch, and he likes to be there. He's comfortable there. One of his legs will eventually go up. And I got good news on the plucking front. The front part of him plucking is starting to get better. I've been spraying him with some special spray that I bought from the bird store. So this area in here, he's not picking at it as much. So that's good news. That's good news. In my opinion, murder has to be proven without a reasonable doubt. Jarvis, I understand. That's fine. I'm praying for a guilty verdict on this obviously guilty perpetrator. This sick animal has committed murder, committed a heinous act of murder, and there's evidence that proves it. And I'm confident that this new jury is going to bring a guilty plea. So that's all that I'm hoping for, and to bring closure to the family whose daughter was savagely murdered by this filthy animal, beast. So it is what it is. So I'm sure that you're coming on here just to probably get a rise out of some of the people that are on here, but it's not going to happen here today, Jarvis. But I do respect your opinion. I know that you feel you think that he's innocent, and it's obviously proven in your statement. I definitely won't put a collar on Popeye to stop him from picking, because that actually, I looked into that, Jarvis, and they say that it's not only when it gets to the point where it starts to like be a medical condition where he's bleeding and stuff like that. He's not at that stage yet, thank God. Out of 32 years, he's only done this long, only one other time, and it's got to be something with his diet. So I've changed his diet. I'm giving him a little bit less of seeds and more of high protein and more fruits, fresh fruits and vegetables. So I've actually removed some of his diet. Right, Popeye? Right? You've had 3 cockatiel birds. They're amazing. Yes, I had a cockatiel as well, and my grandmother took the cockatiel outside, and he flew away off of her shoulder. She didn't realize that his wings weren't clipped, and he flew away. DutyRon, last night when you went over the DNA teeth evidence, my heart broke. Her DNA, her fragments of her teeth were in his fist. Yes. I had to take a breath. Thanks for getting the facts out. You're welcome. I'm reporting what's being put forward by the prosecution. He molts in July, and he molts right now. He's finished a molt right now. He's totally finished. How I could tell is the back of his head here. The back of his head is usually really thick, roots, if you will. The roots of his feathers are really thick in the back of his head, but it wasn't. He's no longer molting right now. So you can see the white little fuzzy feathers are growing in right here. The white fuzzy feathers are growing in right over there, right? How about that for evidence? I didn't see the first half of it. I didn't see the first half of that statement. Oh yeah, you're talking about the teeth, right? Cute Parrot says, Rupel. How are you, Rupel? Good to see you. I'm glad you made it in from the UK. Yes. Look up Marlene McCohen. She's amazing about bird behavior. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you for that. Yes, Nurse Rhonda, I love the birds. This is my buddy, 31 years old. I've had him since he's a baby. I wish I could get another bird, but man, they are a ton of work. Mrs. D, you are not kidding. Jojo England, Miss Plan B. Welcome in, welcome in. Mel, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So just sent you an email. I'll look for it after I'm done live. Pamela, thank you for the hearts and the love for Popeye, right? Everybody wants to see you. Come closer. Everybody wants to see you. You are a big star on YouTube. Popeye's a star on YouTube, right? Here, watch what he does with my chapstick. That's my chapstick. Thank you, Christina. 64 was a very good year, my friend. '64 was a very good year. He is. He's my mascot. Yeah, he's not stressed out. I mean, he may be Mel. I don't know. He can't tell me. But I give him a lot of interaction. He has his own private room off of the side of my son's living area. So my son is always downstairs with him at night all the time. He comes up during the day here. I bring him up for family dinners. He's interacting with the family all the time. The dog doesn't stress him out because they play together. Just before I brought him up here, I was on the floor with the bird, and the dog and the bird were playing together. The dog smelling his butt like he was a real person. I have a feeling, Mel, it was partial diet. So the Ida at the bird store, I was at the bird store on Monday. You guys, I don't know if you saw my broadcast, but when I was at the bird store, I asked her off camera what it could be, and she said, try changing his diet a little bit. She asked me what I feed him, and then she gave me some suggestions. No, I know you weren't insinuating that. She just said, you know, it could be a multitude of different things. I'm gonna look at Marlene on YouTube. I took a screenshot of that. So Marlene is, I'm definitely gonna check that channel out. Shout out to my two sons, Harrison. He's 15 tomorrow. I feel terrible because his guitar is coming a few days late. It's okay. He's gonna get it a few days late. Happy birthday to Harrison. Her son is gonna be 15 tomorrow. So happy birthday on the 29th of March to Harrison. Happy birthday. Maybe he's having male bird PMS. There you go, Mrs. D. Could be. But he is a happy bird. He gets a lot of attention. He gets a lot of, you know, I keep him interacting with stuff. I keep him interacting all the time. So, you know, I really can't put my finger on it. So, it is what it is. I never released this information to you guys, but I'm going to put it out there in a live video. I do have a P.O. box if anybody wants to send any letters or any type of, you know, like a lot of people ask me, oh, can I send you something? You know, can I send you like a note to your home or to your address? You know, and I'm not in the habit of giving out, obviously, my home address for safety reasons, but I have a P.O. box if you guys are interested in it. I'll put it up in the chat. So this is, I'll just put it, I'll just type it out. DutyRon's P.O. box. And this way you guys can have it. How come it's not chatting? Oh, okay. DutyRon P.O. box is, hey, stop it. Uh, 200. So here it is. So that's it. Actually, no, that's not it. It's 219. Scratch that. P.O. Box. Don't send to that P.O. Box. 2193. 2193. 2193. Stop. It's 2193, not 2195. So let me correct it. DutyRon's P.O. Box is 2193 NHP, New York 11040. All right, there it is. That's the last one is correct. The last one is correct. DutyRon's P.O. Box is 2193, P.O. Box 2193, New Hyde Park, NHP, New York 11040. So there it is. There's my. I'll put that in my. I'll put that. I'm sorry, Linda. The last one is the true one right there. P.O. Box 2. Let me retract. Let me retract that last one. I removed Now there's no confusion. Now there's no confusion. So let me look back at some of the comments while I was futzing around with that. Had a parakeet when I was growing up. Sadly, he passed away 3 days after my mom purchased him. Yikes. That's terrible. Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I can take the cream. I take it to Cream. It's still on today. I'm waiting to get an update. I'm waiting to update. Does this fucking happen with seasonal changes? Yes, it does, but it only lasts a very short period of time. I'm going to put that on my community page, Christine, and I'm going to also put it on my website, DutyRon.com. So I'm going to put it on my community page, and I'm also going to put it on my website as well, and I'll add it into my description in my YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I'll add it onto my YouTube channel. So this way everybody has it. But I just wanted to put that out there. So you see how much he interacts with just something as simple as a chapstick? That's a Burt's beeswax lip balm. And he's going to use it to scratch his head now. He's going to use it to scratch his eye. Yeah, look, see, he's going to scratch his head with it. Hello, Veggie Vibes. Hello, Hio. Look, see, he's going to try to scratch the back of his head with it. I'm watching my dog Apollo. He was one yesterday. Nearly chewed his new toy. He's a Jack Russell. They are full of energy, those Jack Russells, you know. Give him a carrot stick so we can see him munch. He's already eaten quite a bit, so I don't think he'll eat anything. Went to go give him a Ritz cracker, and he threw it on the floor. So I don't think that he'll eat anything right now. Hello, Crystal. Good to see you, Crystal. Alexis. Good to see you, Alexis. Good morning. Good morning. So we're just hanging out with Popeye the Sailor Man. Want to do some dancing for everyone? La 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 la. Look at, he's looking at me like, are you crazy? Good morning, Amanda. Good morning. Thanks for joining. Good to see you, Amanda. So yeah, we are just hanging out with Popeye. We are hanging out. He does not fly. His wings are clipped. His wings are clipped. He needs more veggies. Does he speak? He does speak. He does speak. Ask Veggie Vibes if he speaks. Veggie Vibes has a video of him speaking. Good morning, Cookie Hill. Good morning, Amanda. How are you? Jojo England. Miss Plan B saying hello to everybody. You would get him a girlfriend. That's double trouble in my eyes, Crystal. That's double trouble. He's enough work on his own. Let's see what he does with one of my PBA cards. Let's see what he does with one of these cards. He's holding it, and he's like, I want nothing to do with that. He said, enough of the PBA cards. I don't want nothing to do with the police. Lisa is saying hello from Seattle, Popeye. You want to whistle for the ladies? You want to whistle for the girls? You don't want to whistle for the ladies? You're going to just stretch a little bit? Yeah, he's playing hard to get. You want to say hello to the sexy ladies?
Well, hello.
He's not interested in the sexy ladies this morning. That's not DutyRon. Yeah, he's being a baby. Your puppy just came running for a treat. You had a conure. Okay, he flew away, came home 3 days later. Wow. Yeah, say hello to the sexy ladies. It's around 45. It's around 45 here. It's supposed to get a little warmer. He starts to try to mumble while I'm speaking. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he starts to do his little mumbling under his breath when I start talking. Whistle while you work, says Rupal Thaker. Rupal Thaker says, whistle while you work. Give the lady some love. Give the lady love.
Say hello. Well, hello.
Oh, really?
You want to say hello to the ladies? Say hello. Say hello.
Yeah, my grandmother used to talk to him, and when she talked to him, she would talk literally all day long to him. So he would just repeat everything that she said, and he had he spoke in Italian, he spoke in every different kind of phrase. Don't bite me, because she used to say to him, "Don't bite me," because sometimes he would try to bite her, So she would say, "Don't bite me." And he would say, he would sing that la 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 tune that I do. He would do it la 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 la, and then he would say Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and then he would call out everybody's names. Now he wants to come off. Come. You want to come off of there? Come on. I'll put you here. Okay. Yes, Mom is still here. It's my grandmother is no longer with us, but she died in 2004. She died in 2004, so it's been a while. Come here. Thank you, Blondie, for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. So, Oscar heard the commotion going on, so he is right behind us here. Oscar is right here, right behind us. Yeah, me too, Sarah. I'd be surprised. Birds are a lot of work. Birds are a lot of work. It's a lot of maintenance. There's a lot of maintenance, you know? You got to clean them up. You got to change the food. You got to clean the cage. You got to keep them interacting. You got to keep them busy. You know, you can't just, I never lock him in the cage. He's never closed in the cage, ever. He's never, ever closed in the cage, so. So that's it. Yeah, you know, they're a handful of work. You know, it's not easy, but I enjoy it. If you love the birds, then it's like nothing to take care of them. It's nothing to, you know, feed them and care for them and scratch them and pet them. Yeah, he does ride in the car. He rides in the car with me, but I put him in a carrier so he doesn't fall all over the place. He really likes this because obviously he can't reach the back of his head. That's the only area that he can't get with his beak, the back of his head and the sides, you know? So he likes to have this. He likes to have it, he likes to have that scratched for him. So, so it is what it is. So Jussie Smollett is not out of the woods. He is not a free bird right now. No pun intended. Jussie Smollett is not a free bird as we speak. He has, you know, he's not out of the water yet. And I think the feds are gonna, you know, the president is now ordered. Our president has ordered the Department of Justice and the FBI to investigate him. So, you know, it's not an open and shut case. I mean, the Cook County prosecutor is certainly done with him, but now he may be facing federal charges. How did this happen? Are you shocked? Yes, I am. It could be, Can Mom. It could be, but it doesn't sound probable. It seemed like the prosecutor's office was Team Jussie Smollett, but they weren't. I don't think that they wanted to be Team Jussie Smollett, but I think they got orders from the Michelle Obama camp to let him go, and they did a favor. You know, the Obamas are from Chicago, as we know, and they probably have some really strong ties in the criminal justice community. Being that her husband was president for 8 years. Thank you, Jonna. Thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. Popeye appreciates the super chat. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you. Everybody who has sent the super chat, send me an email with your address. I'd like to send you a thank you card. I'd like to send you a thank you card. So send me an email at DutyRon or to P.O. Box 2193, New Hyde Park, NHP, New York, 11040. I'll put up my P.O. Box again. P.O. Box 2193. There's DutyRon's P.O. Box. So anybody that sent super chat, send me, here's the zip code. I messed up the zip code. I kept the cap lock on, so it was all symbols. So that's the zip code for the PO box. You said my name right. Sometimes I get it right, and sometimes I get it wrong, Joanna. Sometimes I get it right. There it is. There it is. DutyRon's P.O. Box, 2193 NHP, New York, 11040. Send me, or just send me an email with your address. It's easier. That's quicker. And then I'll send you out a nice little thank you card. So Johanna and Blondie, please send me that info. I think I've already sent something to Blondie, but I always like to just say thank you to each and every one of you personally, not just by verbally saying thanks, but I like to send a thank you card. I am old school. That's how I do it. Send toys to Popeye. There you go, Crystal. I didn't say that, but he would love it. Popeye, he's getting sick of playing with my chapstick, although he never really gets sick of that. He loves the chapstick. Whoopsie doozy. Whoopsie doozy, Popeye. Class with a big heart, says Lisa1111. No A and Johanna. It's Joanne. Joanne. No A. Okay, gotcha. No A and Joanne. So it's Joanne. It's no Joanna. More choice for the bird. Okay, I got it now. His favorite snack. His favorite snack, he absolutely loves bananas. He loves apples. But his favorite snack overall will be bananas. He loves to eat bananas. He loves them. I keep the phone out of the case only when it's in the tripod. Only when it's here. Here. This is the only time I keep it out of the case, is when I have it. Here's the setup. So to read the comments, I have the phone like that, and then I take it out of the case. I take it out of this case just so it fits better in here. It's too tight with the case to fit in this tripod. So you're getting a little look at the inside of DutyRon's setup here. Look at Popeye's head is just in the... He pulled out one of his feathers, guys. He pulled out a feather. See, he's got it in his hand right there? Can you see that in his hand? And he's going to scratch his head with it. That's an actual rooted feather. That's not pulled out from the front of his... That's not part of the plucking. That came out from back in the back. So it's got like an actual stem on it. It's got a thick stem. And he uses that thick stem to scratch his head. I don't know if you guys can see that. But you see he's going to scratch himself with it. Watch. See, he's scratching. I always worry that he's going to poke his eye out. Is your pretty wife at work? Yes, Janet, she is. She is. She's at work. She's at work. That's part of the secrets to my success, is I keep my wife working. Yes, Crystal. I'm going to spray him with it after I get off on this broadcast. Once I end this broadcast, I'm going to spray him with that spray. I'm supposed to spray him twice a day. In the early day, like now, midday, I'm going to spray him. And then I'm going to spray him at night before he goes to bed. Can you put your wife on video? I've done it many a times. You got to look at some of my replays. I put her on video on my Periscope and on YouTube. But she doesn't really particularly like it. So I don't force it on her. You know, she knows that I do it, but a lot of times when I put her on video, as you've heard, most of the people who know me, like I know that you're new and everything like that, but most of the people that know me a long time know that I put her on against her will a little bit. Hio, Veggie Vibes can tell you that I've put my wife on camera many a times. Hello, Veronica, good to see you. So here's the feather that he pulled out from the back. I don't know if you guys can see that. Toothpicks would be dangerous, Mel. He could poke himself in the eye with it, so I wouldn't give him a toothpick. Toothpick's dangerous. That's at least a little bit soft. That's a little soft. It's got some hardness to it, but a toothpick he can really hurt himself with, so I wouldn't give him that. And trust me, I've had him for 31 years, and I've kept him safe for 31 years, so I know the deal. I know what to give him and what not to give him. I love the bird if you need a babysitter. Are you in the local New York area? Can you drive to my house and babysit? I only need somebody who can be here within a few times. Ear cleaner. There you go. Yeah, we don't want him cleaning his ears with a toothpick. It's not a good way to go. Maureen, have a good day. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. So I got a lot of cleaning up to do because he makes a bloody mess here. He makes a mess. I'm just on the other side of the continent. No biggie. Yeah, sure, Joanne. You could come anytime and hang out. $5 an hour. There you go. I'll give you 8. How about I'll give you 8? Can you tell them I don't want that band on his foot? No, it's a law. Every breeder has to put that band. I could take it off. I could take it off, this band, but he's had this on his whole entire life. This band has been on him for 31 years. You know, I wonder if I could take that off. I don't know. He's so used to it. It basically says the breeder and the year that he was born. Let me just take a peek at that. I haven't looked at that in a long time. Come on, Scooch. Come on. Come on. He's basically telling me I don't want him. My rabbit who died this summer was 12. Of course, I got a new one. And he chewed 2 lamps already. Some of the phone chargers, leather couch, some teeth marks. Hubby doesn't know. Oh, geez. Wow, Alexis. Unbelievable. Yeah, so I know it says PPH. That's Pampered Parrot Haven. I can see it from here, and it says 1988. So it has his year of birth, 1988. It says PPH, Pampered Parrot Haven. And that's the breeder. That was the breeder's name who I bought him from. The guy's name was Paul. So Pampered Parrot Haven is what it says on his band. That's what it says on the band. Yeah, it says ID. So he is precious. You were doing a great job. That is a happy bird. Are the good with the 3rd graders? Is he good with 3rd graders? I don't know. I wouldn't recommend him being around 3rd graders. He's a cranky old man, right, Popeye? You want to say hello to Hio and Veggie Vibes? You want to say hello to? Oh, really? You get excited when I say Hio? You want to say? Yeah, they all have to, by law, have the right, Nabul? He's gonna start getting excited for Hio? What is wrong with you, Popeye? What is wrong with you? Come on. Come. Up. Step up. Up. Come on. Step. Yeah, good boy. Come on. What do you want to say to everybody? What do you want to say? You want to say anything? No? Kiss.
Well, hello. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello.
Kiss. Joanne, it's too cold outside. It's too cold for him to go outside. These birds can get sick real quick. They cannot be out in cold weather. Yeah, in the summertime, I take them out all the time. Kiss. 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 What do you want to say to everybody? Do you want to talk to people? Or do you want to you just want to be silly? Are you reading the comments? Are you reading the comments? What is it? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? He just crapped on my computer. He just crapped on my computer, guys. He's afraid of the tripod and everything. He sees the tripod. I have double tripods. I got the laptop. He's not afraid of the laptop, but he's definitely afraid of the tripod. He is looking at the tripod, and if I put him near it, you guys will see. Watch. Watch what he does when I put him close to the camera and the tripod. He will go this way. Watch. His body language, he'll lean that way. Watch. He's not even, I'm trying to turn him away from it and he's turning back at it. Look, he's totally looking back because he doesn't trust it. It's coming back in. They're coming back in. Do you see all the white fuzzy feathers here? This, the fuzziness, that's all of it growing back. He's 31 years old. He's 31. He's 31 years old, Alexis. Yeah, it's like down feathers. Yeah, it's white, fuzzy feathers. You see them? They're all growing in around here. So. could have his own YouTube channel, but his would be a boring channel because he speaks only when he wants to. You'd have to have a live 24-hour. You'd have to have a live 24-hour broadcast on him. He is a male. He is a male. Popeye is a male. 75 years plus. They have a lifespan of 75 plus years. So I'm going to put him on top of the door. He likes to be on top of the door. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I had to take a potty break. I had to go to the bathroom. All the coffee and all the stuff I drank. So let me show you where he is now. All right. Let me just look back at the comments. That's only if they're spoiled. Let me see what I missed while I was gone. When he comes back, let's all hide. I don't like all the pooping. Well, they poop. They poop every 15 minutes. They poop every 15 minutes, guys. Hi, Truth Crime. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Joe Schmo is in the building. How are you guys? All right, so let me show you what he's doing right now. Let me turn this around here. There's Popeye. There he is, guys. He's on top of the door. These birds like to perch very high. They like to perch high up in the sky. The higher they are, the better they feel, the more in control they feel. So I know this through experience with him. Now I have something obviously on the bottom of the door to stop it from being closed. And I'll tell you a little story about what happened to him in his first 5 years. When I first got this bird, obviously I lived at home with my parents because I was in my early 20s. And I think I was around 24, 25, and I had him on top of the door like that. With my, living at home with my mom and my grandmother. So he was on top of the door, and my grandmother didn't see him, and she closed the door. And part of his toe got severed. It was hanging off. Part of his toe was severed, hanging off. I rushed him to the bird hospital, the local clinic, which is right here where I live now. I rushed him to the bird specialist, and they stitched back his foot. They stitched back his first toe. I'll show it to you guys at one point. He had no use of that toe for grasping, and then the doctor said eventually he would get the feeling back in it, and now he has, obviously, many years have gone by. They were able to successfully stitch it back on, stitch it together, and he got all of his feelings back in it. So he had a very dangerous run-in when he was younger. My grandmother didn't know it. She felt really bad about it. She closed the door. He was on the door just like that. He was up there, and she closed the door and completely closed it on his foot. And I wound up taking him. Like I said, I took him to the emergency clinic, and they stitched back his foot. And I think it cost me around $900, 20-something years ago. Stop it! Stop! You stop it! Stop it, bad boy! You cut it out. You don't putt. Don't pick. No. You're a bad, bad bird. No picking, no plucking, bad, bad bird. I wish that you would have mistakenly did Super Chat, Hio. That would be a shocker. If you did Super Chat, I think I would fall off this chair. If I saw a Veggie Vibe Super Chat, that I would fall off this chair. So why would you mistakenly do a Super Chat? Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. You're a bad, bad bird. He said, no, I'm not. You're a bad, bad bird. You a big bad bird. Are you a bad, bad bird? Bad bird? Popeye. Say hello to everybody. Guys, if you haven't invited your followers, share it out onto your social, invite your followers. I want to try to get this up a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. I wish I could zoom in. Stop it! Bye-bye! Stop it! I want a flying squirrel, says Lisa 1111. Lisa 111111 wants a flying squirrel. Yeah, you have to have some type of account attached to it, Hio. I use my Google Pay account. I use Google Pay. Stop it, bad bird. You're a bad boy. La 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 la. He's looking at me like, screw you, buddy. La 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 la. La 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 la. What do you say, guys? I leave this chat running until he starts to talk. We could be here until the darkness. When the sunlight goes down, like when sunset comes, he starts to talk. When sunrise is here in the morning, he starts to talk. 1 a.m. says Mel, I have to rip myself away from the cuteness. Have a good one, Mel. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming in. And put another prawn on the Barbie for all of us. Mel. Have a good one. Thank you, Alexis, for subscribing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. My niece's dog turns his back on me whenever I try to take a picture of him with my iPhone. First I thought it was just a coincidence, but then I realized he does it all the time. That's funny, Joe. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. How does he get down? I will take him down, but if I go over there to try to take him down, you can see what he does. He doesn't like to come off of there. I'll go over there right now and I'll try to take him down. You guys will laugh. Watch this. Watch this. Come on. Come. Oh, do you want to come off? Usually he fights me to come off of here. He doesn't want to be up there now. That's weird. You're a bad bird. That's weird. So he tricks me all the time. Usually he doesn't like to come down from there. But he definitely wanted to come down. You guys got to see my horseshoe on the back of my head. That's what happens when I don't shave for 3 days. You see how it just grows in like a horseshoe? My wife calls it a horseshoe. So today I'm going to take a shower and I'm going to shave and get rid of that horrible horseshoe in the back of my head. It's terrible looking. That's the primary reason why I shaved my head, because I wouldn't, if it grew in, it would be a bald spot in the middle and I would have like Bozo the Clown. I would look like a complete clown. Not that I don't look like one now, but it really would look horrible. Been here since the Oni days at the beginning. Awesome work, DutyRon. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I call a spade a spade. It's the truth. I just got a peek at it because of the delay. So when I came back here to sit down, I was like, oh my God, that looks horrific. Yeah, I'd be a clown. Exactly. I would be just like Nabul. Nabul is a clown all the time. So I would be just like stinky cheese, smelly cheese, cheap wine, Nabul. So guys, if you're not subscribed to Nabul, go check out his channel. He's a great guy over in the south of France. He does fantastic broadcasts, so definitely go check him out. He is a clown, just like me. He's a clown 24/7. I can go and shave and correct the clownage. I can correct the clownage at any time. But Nabul, he stuck with it for his whole life. He's got no choice. Poor Nabul. There he is. Sunrises, sunsets from Saint-Tropez. Merci beaucoup, as Nabul says. Merci beaucoup. Very handsome with no hair, says Crystal Silverheart. That is very kind. I guess I owe you some money. Did I agree to pay some type of fee for that? Hi, Cindy. How are you, Cindy? He was here a month ago. Yes, I went. We met him, Quinny. Me and Joey and Dutch Maz. Joey Brooklyn _67. Myself and Dutch Maz. We met with Nabul. Hello, Cup of Joe. Good to see you, Cup of Joe. Thanks for joining. How are you, my brother from another mother? Good to see you, Nabul. I mean, Cup of Joe. Good to see you, brother. How is everybody doing? Excellent. I'm glad you're doing great, Cindy. I'm glad you're doing great. I'm free. Ha 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 ha. There you go. Good morning, bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, bow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. Blondie is in the building. Blondie's been here since the get-go. Blondie has been here since the beginning. Blondie is always in the building. She is one of my good friends and great supporters, and I appreciate her. She is awesome. She's awesome sauce, as they say in the business. She is awesome sauce. Hey Meg, how are you? Good to see you. Good morning from California. How's everything going over on the West Coast in liberal California? How's it going over there? Where you too cannot own a gun without major scrutiny. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Photo Pics. Good to see you from India, my good friend Photo Pics. Everybody go check out his channel. He's pretty awesome. He's got some good stuff that he does. Can you tell who watches your replays? Yes. Yes, I can tell. I can tell. You mean individually? I can't tell. I can tell by not as many liberals. I think that it's just as equal. I think it's just as equal. I don't live in New York City, so I'm in Long Island, and there's not many liberals out here. Cat in a Hat, welcome in. Good to see you, Cat in a Hat. Thank you for joining. Catherine Morris, how are you? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Yeah, we met Nabul, we had lunch, we hung out. It was a great day. Ron is Larry Fine when he grows his hair. There you go. Larry David. I look more like Larry David when I grow my hair in. Forget about Larry Fine. More like Larry David. I usually type hashtag replay. Oh, that's cool, Janet. I like that. That's a good idea. So if you watch the replay, you put in the comment section hashtag replay. I like that, Janet. Janet Williams just came up with a. I never heard anybody do that. Granny Doe, good morning. Good morning, Granny. How are you? Where did you go? Says Bow Wow. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm just showing the bird on the camera for a minute. I just want you guys to watch him up on top of the door for a little bit. Good luck, Crystal. What's going on with Crystal? Let's see. I'm getting my passport renewed for ID, and if I win on scratch card, going to move to the USA. Nice. I hope that you do move here. I hope you win, and you share the wealth with all of us. Well, at least me. Share it with me. Excuse me. At least share it with me. And Popeye just laughed under his breath. He just let out a right, Popeye? Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Popeye? I just got here. Is the chat over? No. I'm still here, Cat in a Hat. Hashtag replay is a good idea. I think so. I think it's a really good idea. We're just showing a little bit of Popeye for a couple of minutes. And then I promise I'll turn it around. I promise I'll turn it around. Anybody know what time it is now in Italy? Does anybody know what time it is in Italia right now? I mean, I could check. I guess I could just check. Does Popeye talk a lot? No, he doesn't, Cindy. He doesn't talk as much as he used to. So what's the latest on the fiasco with Smollett? In the beginning of the broadcast, I talked about it. It looks like our president, the president of the United States, is ordering the Department of Justice to investigate, open up an investigation on possible federal charges. So the DOJ is going to be investigating this case, guys. So that's exciting. That's something that I think really needs to be done, and I'm happy that the DOJ is doing that. It's 5:55 or 7 p.m. 5:55 in Italia. Your house has many rooms, says Megan. Meg, it doesn't have that many rooms. Can Mom, it's 5:55. Thank you, guys. Hello, Savvy. There's my friend. Savage Savvy is in the building. Now I got to turn it around so I can say hello to her. Finally, one of my Instagram invites, Savvy has answered the prayer. Savvy has answered my prayers with the Instagram invite. Hi, Sav. Love you, Savvy. Good to see you. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Sav, S-A-V, if you're not subscribed to, it's a very simple screen name, S-A-V. Go check her out. She's awesome. She's my friend from Periscope, and she has a YouTube channel as well. So go check her out. She is awesome sauce. So go check out my good friend Savvy. She's adorable. Oh, that's great. The DOJ is investigating. Yes, the DOJ is going to do some investigating. I know I've missed your broadcasts too on Periscope, so I'll go back and I'll always watch replays. But this is like my full-time 24/7 new home. YouTube is like my new home here, but I do still go over to Periscope and check out some replays and stuff like that. I'm on Instagram. You love IG, says Janet. Instagram is pretty cool. I don't go live on Instagram a lot. This is where I do a majority of my lives, but I just found out the other day it costs to pay for the post. Oh, okay. Because for me to send it international, it's 3 stamps. I put 3 forever stamps on a letter, and I could send it anywhere in the world. So that's what I found out. So all I need to do is put 3 forever stamps on a letter, and I can mail it anywhere in the world. So that's really cool. So hopefully everybody's doing good. I had the bird on my shoulder, so I got a little dandruff. You guys got to see the Bozo the Clown look on the back of my head. I usually don't show that, but on this broadcast, it was a first for me. I went over to the bird, and I was trying to take him down, and you guys got to see it. Any comments on the latest news? The FBI is looking into this case. This is why this was dropped. John, I in the beginning of the broadcast, I talked about it, but I'll mention it again. You should have gotten it by now because I mailed it. The prosecutors in Cook County in Illinois, they made the choice under the letter of the law for them to give community service and the restitution of $10,000. They accepted that as a under the table, on the side plea deal, not in front of a court, not in front of a judge. They took the plea deal under the law. They were able to do that. There was nothing wrong with doing it, but it was morally and justice was not served. This guy, the crimes that he committed, he should have been made an example. He should have gotten at least some jail time. So they let that go. Hi, Laura Daly. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So they let that go. But the postal inspector and the feds, they can open up federal charges against him for mailing that letter to himself and for creating a hate crime. So that's what's going to be unfolding now. The President Trump, ordered a FBI DOJ, the Department of Justice, investigation this morning. So as of this morning, the DOJ, Department of Justice, and the FBI, they're going to be working on coming up with federal charges if there's going to be any, and that is forthcoming. So only time will tell what is going to happen in this case. So the DOJ, the FBI, they're on it as per the orders from the highest authority in the United States, our president, and he is ordered the full investigation on this case for them to reopen and look at all of the evidence and take it from there. So let's see how that goes. Let's see how that goes, guys. So here's a President Trump just tweeted this. The real Donald Trump Twitter account. I'm going to put it up here so you guys can look at this. This is unbelievable. So this is from the President of the United States. At Jussie Smollett, what about the MAGA and the tens of millions of people you insulted with your racist and dangerous comments? This is the President sending that to Jussie Smollett. Let's hear this.
I mean, he's not a dummy, and he knew he was lying.
Okay,
and for a year and a half,
that.
he'd go on and just lie and leak and call up CNN and others and just, you know, I watch him, so sanctimonious, and
has
gets
nothing to do
on
with
and
this.
says, oh, well, we want to talk.
I want to see his original tweet. Okay, here it is. So 6 hours ago, he tweeted. 6 hours ago, President Trump tweeted, FBI and DOJ to review the outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It is an embarrassment to our nation. This comes from our president. This is an embarrassment to our nation. Where in Italy are you from? My family came over from Sierra San Bruno, Calabria. We are, my family is from Naples. My family is from Naples, Napolitan. I have a question. Is there any possibility Smollett is actually innocent? No, absolutely not. You're asking me my opinion. Absolutely not. I hope they investigate. Listen, right here, John, I'm showing you. Our president is ordered, right here, this highlighted text, the top one, this top one that I'm rolling the cursor over. I know you guys can't read that, but I'm going to try to see if I can open that up. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can make this bigger. I wish that I could. Okay, there it is. So I made it bigger on the screen for you guys. So this is his tweet from 6 hours ago. This is a tweet from President Trump. You know, listen, we can all agree to disagree about Trump. He is outlandish, and some of the things that he says is ridiculous, but I'm not going to go into that. This is about as political as you'll ever see me get. But I'm happy that the highest authority in the United States, our president, has said, I am ordering the FBI and the DOJ, that's the Department of Justice, to review this outrageous case in Chicago. It's an embarrassment to our nation. Okay, this is his account. You could go onto Twitter and look at all of his tweets. He tweets like a madman. He tweets like, I'm not really happy. I wish I could shut his Twitter account down, but we can't. Twitter is just going to let him go. This thing received 22,177 retweets, 87,000 likes. I mean, this guy is unbelievable. 41,000 tweets. He's following 45 people. He's got 59 million followers. So it is what it is, guys. I just want to see if Google has anything on Smollett. Yeah, it doesn't matter about the brothers, guys. There is emails and electronic evidence that shows that Jussie Smollett sent $3,500 to hire them to fake this crime. So that's a fact. And the prosecutors in Cook County, said that whoa, that's loud. Prosecutors in Cook County said that Jussie Smollett is what's the matter, Popeye? Prosecutors in Cook County said that Jussie Smollett is guilty. They don't think that he's innocent. They never said that he's vindicated, and they never said that he was vindicated. They feel that he's guilty of these crimes. So that's what makes it really bad. Yeah, one of my neighbors brought up the garbage pail up my driveway, and he saw my neighbor, and that's him. That's like his bark. That's almost like a dog bark for the bird. So he saw somebody walk up my driveway because he can look right out the window. There's a window right where the door is, and he can see out the window. So he saw my neighbor bring up my garbage pails, and he freaked out, the bird. That is Popeye, yes. All right, so let's see. Charles Barkley tells Jussie Smollett there are repercussions. Let's hear what Charles Barkley had to say about Jussie Smollett. This was 2 hours. Banged down the garbage pail and it made a loud noise. Let's see what this is. Fox News 2 hours ago. Let's see what this is. That's his female attorney right there, guys. and an email and text messaging followed up to prove that Jussie Smollett hired the two of them to purport this heinous act. So there's Donald Trump's tweet. They're not at all concerned over Trump's tweet because, to my knowledge, nothing improper was done. Bullshit. That is bullshit, guys. That is BS 101 right there. Hello, Laura. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Dad TV, welcome in. That is a heap of nonsense. I won't even play Joy Behar in the View. A bunch of clowns.
Joining us now exclusively on the phone is the President of the United States.
I don't think Hio has ever seen me ever play anything like this, but we have to. We have to talk about this. This is insanity at its best. This is insanity 101, guys. Total insanity. So there you have it. I mean, you know, the law enforcement community, the prosecutors throughout the United States, okay, Janet, I'll look for your email. The prosecutors throughout the United States are appalled by this. There's prosecutors all across the United States that are disgusted by this action of the Cook County prosecutors. So the feds are not lenient at all. The feds go full scale, full tilt. They go to the letter of the law, and if you get charged federally and you get convicted federally, you basically do all of the time that you get convicted of. These Cook County prosecutors were puppets. They were puppets, and they were being forced to use the letter of the lower ladder of the law. They were being forced to give the lower letter of the law to Jussie Smollett by a political higher authority. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who has given Super Chat during this broadcast. Greatly appreciated. And everybody who has given Super Chat will get a thank you letter from me personally, from DutyRon. Take it easy, Hio. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So this is a travesty of justice, as the mayor of Chicago has said. It's a travesty of justice. It is really a sin that this guy has perpetrated this crime and has basically gotten off scot-free. And I'm wondering if Savage Savvy is still here. That's what I'm curious about. I wonder if Savvy is still here. That's what I wonder right now. That's what's got me a little bit curious, whether my friend Savvy still stayed. Did she stay or did she go? That's the question that I have right now. That's what inquiring minds want to know right now. Is Savvy still here? I mean, he wasn't vindicated of his crime. He was not vindicated of his crime. That's a fact. He was definitely not vindicated of his crime. The prosecutor said in no uncertain terms, is he innocent? He has not been vindicated. The prosecutor said, I played it the other day. The prosecutor said, we feel that he is guilty. Yeah, Savvy's not here. I was just checking to see if my friend was here. She stopped in and then just left. So the prosecutor said it. We feel that he is guilty. We feel he is guilty. I could see exactly who's here in the chat. I have all the participants, and she is not here. She's not here. I have the whole list of everybody that's here. Can Mom, Chicken Little, Crystal Silverheart, Dad TV, DutyRon, Jackie Hughes, Janet Williams, John Robles, Johan, Cat in a Hat, Laura Berg, Lisa Brown, Lee Brown. Is that Downtown Lee Brown? Linda S. is here. Lisa 111111. Quinny Q, Rupal Thaker, Sharon McGinnis, and Veggie Vibes. Those are the participants that are signed into their accounts. The other people who are here, that other 50, there's a total of 51 people, but these are the people who have their own accounts. The other people are just watching from not signed in YouTube accounts. So I have 51 participating watchers, or 50. Those are the people that are listed in the chat right now. So there's ways for broadcasters to know who's in the chat, who's signed into the YouTube app. So Veggie Vibe, Sharon, Rupel, Quinny, Lisa, Linda, Lee Brown, Laura, Cat in a Hat, Joanne, John Robles, Janet, Jackie Hughes, and DutyRon, Dad TV, Crystal Silverheart, Chicken Little, and Can Mom 2018. So these are the people who are signed in that are watching. The other 40 or 30 something people are not signed in or logged into their YouTube account and are just watching from the outside, if you will. It's a pretty cool feature. It's pretty cool. When you're at your desktop or a laptop computer, that's what you're able to see. You're able to see who's participating, who's watching. It tells me 52 people. I can manage my moderators from here. Shows me the participants, the pop-out chat. I don't know what pop-out chat means. Toggle timestamps and send feedback. But I like the participant mode. It shows me Bella Mia is now here. I just refreshed it. Blondie 1025. Those are some of the new people that are showing up in the chat right now. And then the rest of them. Waterski Mom just came in. I see. Hello, DutyRon. So I have Waterski Mom in under her chat. You know, she's assigned. Bella Mia, good to see you. You're not signed in, Bella Mia, because I don't show you here in the chat. Maybe these are people who are subscribed to me. Maybe you're not subscribed to me. Texas Lassie is new. Sharon McGinnis, Veggie Vibes, and Waterski Mom. So a couple of new people. June DeCarlo is here. Hello, June DeCarlo. Who else? I'll read it again. I'm going to refresh it, and I'm going to see who's here. Let me refresh, and then I'll show you how broadcasters can see who is in their broadcast. Okay, manage moderators, manage participants. Bella Mia, that's Susan P. Blondie 1025, okay. Crystal Silverheart, Dad TV, DutyRon, that's me. Jackie Hughes, John Robles, Johan, June DeCarlo, Cat in a Hat, L. Aries, R-A-S, A-Y-R-E-S, that's a new one. No profile picture. Cat in a Hat, no profile picture. John, no profile picture. Jackie, no profile picture. Lee Brown, Laura Daly, Lisa 111111. Nabul is new. Quinny, Nabul must have came back. Roland BFF, that's new. Rupel, Texas Lassie, Veggie Vibes, he never leaves. He says he's leaving, he never leaves. Waterski Mom. So, it may not capture mobile. I think this is just maybe the people who are signed in. It shows me 52 people watching, and the rest of it is just you know, people that are not signed into the YouTube app, I guess. Jackie doesn't know how to put a picture on hers. It's not too hard. It's pretty easy, actually. You can put a picture, easy. Let me see. I just refreshed it again. I want to see if anybody new came popping in. No, nobody new. It's all the same. All the same. So, I'm watching on iOS app, says Can Mom. Okay. Yeah, I don't see you in the list. I don't see you in the list. Love your videos, says Roland BFF. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's pretty awesome. Love it, love it. So those are the participants. 51. Now it says 50 watching. So that's pretty cool. Ron, if the feds step in on this case, how soon will it be before an announcement is made? They, John, will take their time and do a thorough investigation. They will look at all the evidence 2 and 3 times over, and then they'll come up with their charges. They want to make sure that what they charge and what they get an indictment on is convictable. So they're going to convict. They want to get a conviction on the charges. Feds don't like to have their charges dropped. I'm here and it doesn't show me. Granny Doe, you are not in the mix. Waterski Mom, let me refresh for you, Granny Doe. Let me check you out. Jackie Hughes, I will ask my daughter this weekend. Okay, let's see what's happening. Quinny says she loves the tats. One day show them all and what they are, please. Yes, this one says rise above on my forearm. That's a statement that I always say to a lot of people when I talk, rise above. So this says rise above. And then I have a tattoo in memory of my grandmother. It's a Christ head. It says in loving memory of grandma. And then the other one is an American flag with my wife and my kids' names on it. And that's about it. I've been here the whole time. Let me see, Granny Doe. Let me check it out. Let me check you out. Granny Doe. Oh yeah, Granny, you're in the list. You're there. You're here now that I refreshed it. Bella Mia, Susan P, Can Mom, Crystal Silverheart, Dad TV, Granny Doe, Jackie Hughes, Janet Williams, John Robles, Joanne, not the A, June DiCarlo, Laura Berg, Laura Daly, Laura Sketch. Now you signed in under your Sketch Kirk. I said that wrong. Lisa, Nabul, Quinny, 18, 19. So it shows me 21 out of 47, 21 out of 48. The rest of them are just people watching from the outside. Thank you, John. Bow wow. Talk to you soon. Thank you so much, Freze. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. Bow wow wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, bow wow, yippee yo. Waterski Mom, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Guys, if you don't mind, give it the thumbs up. I don't know how many thumbs up we have. Let me just take a peek at that. 11? Could that be? I only show 11 thumbs up. Could that be? Is that even possible? Who knows? Who knows? Let's see if we could show a little bit more. Hold on a second. Thank you for your channel. I really appreciate all you do. You're welcome, Laura. It's my pleasure. I'm almost on an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, I see 49 right now. So let me see what happens here with, let me see if they have anything on this. Let me see if ABC Chicago has anything on Jussie Smollett this morning. I'm sure that they had to have something. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Bye, Laura. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Mine shows 44 right now. So I'm gonna play a clip from Eyewitness News in Chicago. So we're gonna play a little Eyewitness News Chicago. 52 thumbs up. Okay. Okay, on the thumbs up. 29, 53. See, everyone's got different numbers. It's weird. Isn't it weird? Everybody has different numbers in regards to that. All right, here we go. Let's play a little bit of ABC. Let's play a little ABC Chicago. Let's see what these people have to say.
In this case, and if they do file a motion for expungement, that could temporarily unseal this case. Jussie Smollett now just one ruling away from having his entire court record erased after all 16 felony disorderly conduct charges for allegedly staging a racist and homophobic attack on himself were dropped. But his legal team has not yet filed that request.
We were informed today by the state's attorney that they will notify us if there is any petition.
Okay, cool. Thank you, guys.
That is
Thanks.
filed.
I'd like to,
None has
if you
been
guys,
filed
if
yet, and
somebody
defense
hasn't
counsel represented
given the
outside
thumbs up,
court that
please,
they
if
do
you
not
can, go
intend
out
to
and give
file
the
an
thumbs up.
expungement petition.
A Cook County judge says even if the charges are erased from Smollett's record, those court documents will not be destroyed. Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox says the decision to drop the case is not uncommon.
This is
for
Michelle
Class 4
Obama's
felonies,
friend.
but the case is sealed. The attorney working on behalf of ABC7 and the Media Coalition says the documents need to be public.
This case has attracted significant public attention and public concern, and we believe that the public has a right to know what's going on in this case.
President Donald Trump confirming on Twitter that now both the FBI and the Department of Justice are looking into why the charges were dropped, calling the stunning reversal an embarrassment to the nation.
I think they're looking to see if there was any corruption involved, and I don't know that they're going to be able to find corruption as opposed to just ineptitude.
ABC News legal analyst Dan Abrams says the state's attorney's office needs to offer more clarification on this case.
Here you had a 16-count grand jury indictment that was simply thrown away with no acceptance of responsibility. And that's what makes this different. I don't think you're going to find a lot of cases where you're going to say, hey, apples to apples. In so many of these cases where they have multi-count indictments, they just simply throw them out.
Now, if a motion for expungement is filed in Cook County, it takes about 7 to 8 months to have an expungement hearing here at the courthouse.
Winning Powerball sold in Wisconsin. What?
Watch Judy, Sue, and Robin.
So, you know, for me, this is just upsetting. Let me see if they got anything more. I'm just looking on their Facebook page. Two hours ago. Today's opening day in the Major League Baseball here.
The absolute best bet ever. Ever.
Waterski Mom, your guess is as good as all of ours, but I've gone over it. They used what was called the letter of the law to do this.
Alan, as the March legal madness continues for Jussie Smollett and for the state's attorney, there is nothing final yet about the words case dismissed and charges dropped. The controversy and questions drag on. Tonight, the I-Team has new information from CPD's investigative report, and fresh court action will keep the case alive for the time being.
Exactly, Jana.
Even as Smollett himself remains far from the scrum and out of view, the facts and decisions that led to his charges being dropped are still ripe. Now, law enforcement sources tell ABC News that the FBI here in Chicago is reviewing circumstances surrounding the dismissal of criminal charges against Smollett. The spokesman for the FBI here and Chicago Police tonight declining comment. But Chicago Police investigative reports do offer a glimpse of what was happening behind the scenes during the days
reports don't really give you anything.
Victim to culprit. Paperwork obtained by the I-Team under a public records request shows Smollett repeatedly described as having made false reports to police claiming to be the victim of an aggravated battery.
Pay attention to this, guys. This is good info.
Then there is this, according to the report, a bottle of El Yucateco. The hot sauce bottle had been filled with bleach and poured on Smollett, say detectives, by these two men, whom police say were hired by Smollett in a staged homophobic and racist attack. It was a faux hate crime carried out by the Osendero brothers, authorities say, paid for by Smollett to further his own career. One of the brothers told detectives Smollett gave him a $100 bill on January 25th to purchase rope, masks, and a hat to be used in the mock attack. He also revealed that Smollett gave him a $3,500 check a few days later. In the file, Chicago police detectives write that after Smollett turned himself in, at no time while in the 1st District was the actor handcuffed, placed in a cell, or subjected
I believe
to the
Michelle
media.
Obama's people were involved in this.
ABC7 and several other media organizations have filed an emergency motion in Cook County Court to ensure the Smollett case records, files, evidence, and paperwork will not be destroyed. ABC's court motion also refers to the ongoing FBI involvement in the case and states that there is no hiding or hiding from the facts in the public domain. That's due up at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning in Cook County Court.
Sure everything's protected and released hell. Yeah,
well, you can't do much if the records are destroyed.
Right, all right.
So let's see what else we can uncover here. You got to see some of these comments underneath here. Some of these comments are unbelievable. I want to just read one of these right underneath this article right here. It's in small print. Everybody wants him jailed because they say he wasted police resources. Then let's arrest all people who call the police on blacks trying to enter their home and selling lemonade on the street and watching the kids play football. Let's call the police on all black people for just being black. It's like there's so much racist stuff that goes on with this. I won't even engage in those comments. I read that one comment to you guys just to show you what the tone is like in Chicago and throughout the United States. It's pretty sad, actually. Those kind of comments are pretty ignorant and sad, you know? Exactly.
Today's video is sponsored by Home.
It's insane, is what it is. I got you, June. I'm on board with it.
Jussie Smollett's legal team was here at the Layton Criminal Courthouse this morning for a hearing, but at this point, they are not seeking expungement in this case. And if they do file a motion for expungement, that could temporarily unseal this case. Jussie Smollett now just one ruling away from having his entire court record erased after all 16 felony disorderly conduct charges for allegedly staging a racist and homophobic attack on himself were dropped. But his legal team has not yet filed that request.
We were informed today by the state's attorney that they will notify us if there is any petition for expungement that is filed. None has been filed yet in defense.
So this is what ABC 7 Chicago is reporting. You know, not really a lot. You know, not as much as what I thought that I would see. Not as much as that I thought I would see. You know, so it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, guys. So there's the chat. You can see my chat. I'll show you how I could see everybody's participants. Here's the participant page, guys. This is what shows. Fungal. How can the Obamas get away with so much? Lori, those are questions I cannot answer. I cannot answer. So there's so much race, so many racial things that are going on in regards to this case. It's causing an uproar between the black community and the white community. Everybody in the black community, not everybody, but a majority, are saying, you know, it's because he's black and it's because he's, you know, this and because he's that. Everybody is just looking past the enormity of the meat and potatoes of this case, is that he staged a hate crime, he staged a political hate crime, he staged a hate crime against the gay and LGBT community. He mailed a letter with alleged anthrax in it to a major production studio where he works. That caused a bunch of resources to come there to do decontamination and investigations and all kinds of dangerous situations that he created for the public, for the police, for race relations, for the gay and hate crimes. We don't know the ramifications of how many people went out and got angry over this and maybe committed more crimes of violence and things of that nature, and the things that could have been created and the uproar and the stirring of this case, you know, so the enormity of this, we haven't even seen it yet. We could be reading, God forbid, in the next few days or few weeks or whatever, about hate crimes happening amongst people arguing about this, you know. So if it comes out that there's future, you know, violent acts against the gay and lesbian community, against blacks or whites or anything in between because of this case, then shame on him. And that's what's bad about this situation, is that throwing this all out has got people in an uproar. Anybody, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, whatever, yellow, red, black, if you are a good law-abiding citizen and a good American, you have to be angry about this. And people outside of the United States, in the UK, the United Kingdom, in Australia and Switzerland, throughout the world, people are not happy about this because they're looking at it like, wait a minute, what is going on in America? What's going on with the justice system? You know, you got a guy who was indicted, 16 counts of felony. They got an indictment. You guys, I don't know if you understand the enormity of what goes on to get an indictment. When you get arrested and arraigned. But when you become before a grand jury for an indictment, that's like a whole presenting of evidence to a grand jury, and they have to say, yes, it's enough to indict you. There's enough evidence there to prove that you did commit a crime. So when you get indicted by a grand jury, it's not saying you're guilty, but it's definitely saying, hey, we, the jury of the grand jury, see the evidence that the police and prosecutors put forward, and we feel there's enough evidence here that a crime has been committed. And that happened 16 charges, 16 separate charges of criminal activity a grand jury indicted on. That's a big thing. If it was gray areas and the prosecution couldn't put a good enough case forward, there would be no indictments, okay? Because of the contacts that this Jussie Smollett had within the political arena. The political arena and his star status got him off. They got him off with a slap on the wrist and a little bit less. Hello, Ross. So it's a slap to every African American, every gay and lesbian person, and anything in between. It's a slap in the face to all Americans. It's a slap in the face to humanity, you know? It doesn't mean it's got to be a slap in the face just to the LGBT community, just to the African American community. This is making it so we think and we feel that there's no justice in our justice system. This is, as the mayor of Chicago says, a travesty of justice. This is a travesty of justice. And there's no in between. There's nowhere in between. My African Gray Skylar is listening to Popeye. Awesome, Sharon. I would like to see, Sharon, let me follow you right now, because I would like to see a live broadcast of Skylar. Let me go to your channel. You got no one subscribed but me now, Sharon. I would like you to do a private broadcast so I could see Skylar. I'd like to see Skylar and say hello to him. You could light up a broadcast and just invite me to it and let me see your bird. I want you to do that one day if you can. That would be awesome. The white powder Granny Doe was, I think it was, don't hold me to this, please, to my, good morning, Desiree Padilla. Good to see you, Mrs. Padilla. Don't hold me to this, to my commenting, my comments, the comment police patrol. Please don't hold DutyRon to this, but I think it was broken up aspirin. I want to say it was broken up like baby aspirin or aspirin. Comment patrol police, please don't hold me to that. But it was some inert white substance that wasn't anthrax. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Comment Patrol Police. They are out there, people. They exist. The Comment Patrol Police. Don't hold me to it. But it was, I think it was ground up, broken up aspirin. It wasn't anthrax. And that's a crime to send that through the mail. You're welcome, Granny Doe. African Greys are beautiful. Mine is still at the top of my door. So guys, I've been alive for over 2 hours now. I think I'm overstepping my welcome. I think I'm overstaying my welcome here on my live. I'm alive over 2 hours. Let me get the exact figure for you guys. I'll tell you right now. 2 hours and 1 minute. 2 hours and 1 minute. So let me put in the chat my P.O. box so you guys have it. And Waterski Mom and all of my people that great friends who put up stuff in the chat. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. You guys are the best. So let me put it in here for you guys. Buffungul. Where is my chat? For crying out loud. Thank you, Waterski Mom. Okay, DutyRon. There's my P.O. box. There it is. Thank you, Granny Doe. I appreciate that. Thank you for your broadcast. Lori says, thank you so much for thanking me. Guys, thank you for thanking me. I want to show you just a little bit. I just want to show you a little bit more of Popeye. So let me show a little bit more of Popeye at this time. I'm going to turn the camera so you guys can see him a little bit better. So there he is. There's my African Grey, guys. He sees the camera and he's pissed off. He is scared. He's scared of this. So he knows that I'm pointing the camera at him, and he made that noise. That's his like defense noise. But you see his foot is up. See his foot up? That means he's comfortable still. So, okay, Nabul, I got you. Thank you for thanking us. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. DutyRon, the Powerball ticket was sold 8 miles from my house. I wish it was me. Sharon, I really wish it was you too. I really wish it was. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. So there he is. He's up on the top of my door. I got to clean up all the feathers. I got my little dust buster ready to go. I got to get my baby wipes and my disinfectant wipes and clean up the kitchen. If my wife comes home and sees one feather on the floor, she yells at me. Yes, he talks, Chris22. He is checking it out. Yeah, because he sees the tripod pointing at him, and he's not happy about it. And he knows that the tripod is pointing, and he's being a scooch right now. So there you have it, a little Popeye cam. He knows that that tripod is close to him, and he's not happy about it. It is what it is. Thank you, Chaz. Thank you so much for the super chat. And everybody go subscribe to This Is Chaz. He does some great broadcasts with Oni and the whole crew over there. And Chaz does some great broadcasts and lives of his own. So I recommend you guys go and check out This Is Chaz. Thank you for the super chat. I love parrots. Hashtag African Grey. Excellent. Wait a few minutes, Ron. I'm purchasing some merch. Okay, Trev. This is Chaz donated to Super Chat. There's Andy Griffith feeling up his suspect before he puts her in his jail cell. So there it goes. That's pretty cute. Andy Griffith, a little bit of tossing a subject before he throws her into jail. Yes, Junior Carlo, thank you so much for being in here. Popeye's starting to sing for everybody right now. I wish there was a way I could zoom in on Popeye. I wish there was a way. Wouldn't that be cool if I could do that? That would be awesome. Yes, go follow This Is Chaz. He's a great, great friend. I love that guy. Him and Oni are awesome. Go and check out Onique's channel. I don't even know how to spell it, but I'm zooming in mentally, says Chaz. There you go, buddy. There you go, Chaz. Love it, love it. So we covered the Jussie Smollett, soup to nuts. Popeye rules the roost. Yes, Ross, he does. He does. I don't know if you saw the last chat that my parents' bird sings Popeye the Sailor Man. Holy crap, Bellamia. That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. I freaking love it. So I'm going back to review the chat. Daphne Sheehan is in the building. Hello. Trevor bought Straight Talk on True Crime, DutyRon. You bought the coffee mug. Excellent, Trevor. I put that up last night, and I tried to send you a message, but I couldn't get you on Twitter, so I couldn't send you a message. Yes, Onique. O-N-I-Q-U-E. Onique. There he is. There's Onique's channel. Everyone subscribe. We all know Onique. I mean, he's awesome. Oni is an awesome guy, so I highly recommend. He did some wonderful lives yesterday. He continues to do a lot of wonderful lives. I'm proud to be a friend of his and Chaz, and I implore each and every one of you to go check out both of those fine young men. Chaz broke my bubble, broke my cherry on the super chat, and I hope to be able to do the same thing for him when he gets his super chat going. Let me see Daphne. Let me see what she said. I'm going to scroll back. I can't forget the comments. What did Daphne say? Hi, Ron. Hi, Daphne, thank you for exchanging emails and direct messages with me. I greatly appreciate it. I did not miss you in the chat. I missed you in the regular communication. Onique is unique, says Nicole from the France. Super chat is coming very soon. I can't wait. I can't wait to get super chat. I got it in my thing. Should be popping up soon. It did. It popped up already, Trev. It popped up. So the bird is on patrol right now. That's the bird equivalent of a dog bark right there, guys. That's Popeye making that high-pitched noise. So, what? Popeye? Say hello to all the women. You want to say hello to the sexy women out there? What's the matter, Popeye? What's the matter? You too, Cat and Hat. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, guys, I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it on Popeye up on the top of the door. So we're going to end the broadcast. Sassy, thank you for that. Max Cobra, hey, Ronnie, my Timna is listening to Popeye. Excellent. Max Cobra, do a broadcast for a bird. I'd like to check them out as well. Anybody that's got one of these birds should at least do a live YouTube showing the bird off. Ron, did you see my message that my parents' parrot sings Popeye the Sailor? I actually repeated that comment, so you must have missed that. Janet Williams, my dog is barking at Popeye. Popeye just laughed like me. Your dog is barking at Popeye. Definitely email me a pic, Max Cobra. DutyRon@AOL.com. All right, guys. So peace and love from DutyRon. Everybody go on over and watch Dutch Maz. He's live right now. I'm going to go over to Dutch Maz's broadcast and support him. So everybody go over and check out Dutch Maz, DUTCHMAZZ. Go check out Dutch Maz. He is live. He's probably walking through Manhattan in New York City. So everybody go and check out Dutch Maz. So DutyRon signing off from New York City with Popeye. Everybody say goodbye to Popeye. Popeye says thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat, Popeye. Everybody say goodbye to Popeye. To all the beautiful ladies in the chat. And some of my handsome friends. Say goodbye, Popeye. Say goodbye. Goodbye. All right, guys. Peace and love from DutyRon. Thank you for hanging out. And be kind to one another. Love and respect. from New York City.